Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where, against all the odds, Larry has turned up and he has got things to say. Things that I'm hoping are going to really annoy Von Karma, because I would love nothing more than to really wind that guy up. So we're going to hear his testimony, we're going to pick it apart, and hopefully the fact that he hasn't been prepped by Von Karma means that we might get something that can help us out. So, that night I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So, after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Okay, so he heard a single gunshot. So I wonder if people are hearing like the samurai thing going up into the air as a gunshot, and it's actually sort of that explosion happening. That was an unusually vague testimony even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honour. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Now we're going to press him. Of course we are, the night of the murder. Okay. That night I was out in a boat on the lake. ... Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something and I found it. Let's find out more. Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense, it is actually. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. Alright, fine. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Alright, let's find out more about that. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Okay. Why wasn't there a boat, though? Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butts? Whoa! Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, God. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case, it literally is. So after I had that single gunshot, I went home. So this is not really playing in our favour, is it? At the moment. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? Yeah, it's not great. I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. I suppose so. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. We'll see. That night I was out in a boat on the lake. Okay, so we've gone round, so we're going to have to find some sort of contradiction in all of this stuff. Shot from 1 metre away, nothing in that is a contradiction. This was taken at 12:15, so, you know, this could potentially be something. We know there was a gunshot on the lake at 12:15. Second lake photo taken, it shows an empty lake at 11:50, so that would sort of match up with what he was saying about it being an empty lake. If it was around 12, I suppose, because the photo of the shooting didn't take place until 12:15, so I'm guessing this is before that happened. Okay, we've got Misty Phase photograph, which I don't think is going to help. Overhead map. We've got a bullet. Now we know the murder weapon was fired 3 times. Do we know... Supposing it is the same weapon that was used years and years ago, do we know that it was fired 3 times at the same time? Or could it have just been fired 3 times total without any, you know, any other things? We've got Lotter's description. I heard 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight. So he's saying there was only 1. So maybe that could be a thing? Polly, DL6 incident. I'm thinking maybe we've got to use Lotter's disposition. So maybe that? Or the pistol is the only thing I can think of. I'm thinking Lotter's is going to be the contradiction because she said 2 and he said 1. So let's cycle through till we get to the 1 shot. Okay, so we've gone around too far, of course. I was looking for the word 1 and it didn't appear, obviously. So it's the one where he said single, I think. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. All right, let's use Lotter's disposition here, I think. Sorry, just having a drink. Wait a second, Larry. That's really anticlimactic. I apologise. What? You only heard 1 bang. You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing he did. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please! Huh? You know something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Oh my god. No, we haven't. ... Mr. Butts. What? You only heard 1 gunshot. Are you sure? ... Oh my god, he's not even sure. Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Huh? Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. How? I was listening to something else. Oh. Like another sound? Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. Oh my god. What? Jesus, the least credible witness of all time. Order, order, and stop that booing. I feel like booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That's a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? That's enough or continue. I mean, he has not really offered anything of value, has he? But we were in a position where we'd basically lost. You know, it'd come up guilty and everything, even on the screens, if it's the old, you know, fake failure thing. So I think we're going to go continue just because we're out of options if he doesn't have anything in his testimony, right? So let's take a risk. Your Honour, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me, yeah. I mean, he's literally our last hope, so we'll just let him go on as long as he wants to, I think. Well, Larry heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like, but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. Okay, that could be important, I suppose. If we can get like a playback of the radio, we can find out exactly what time the gunshot was, maybe? You were listening to your radio at a high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honour. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, What this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. Ah, good point. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honour. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Yeah. I mean, we've got no choice, otherwise Edgeworth's going down, right? Okay, it's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. So, you turned on the radio? Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone! Okay. I shouldn't have said anything. That's why I was just listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? Do you by any chance remember the name of the programme you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honour. Objection sustained. Oh, damn. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Does that affect our health? Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set that night? No, it didn't. Okay, good. I was listening to it real booming loud, like. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yep. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? Okay, so he's not got any evidence or anything. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying, so I think this could be maybe important. What did she say? Oh, we know it's a she, do we? Did he specify that it was a she before? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care because otherwise we're going to lose, I guess. We should care, Your Honour. Of course we should care. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Oh, so the timing is important, because that means that it happened before Christmas Day, so before 12. Huh. Let's press that. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Oh, God. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. No, because this is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Yeah, see, the thing is... it's only being low... Okay. Oh, so we're back to this again. Listen to it real booming loud. Sure, I heard the gunshot. Okay, so this is going to be important. It's almost Christmas. I heard the gunshot. Let's look at the timings. Time of death sometime on the 24th or 25th, so that adds up. If the first gunshot was before midnight, that adds up. So it's not going to be that. This is weird, because this was taken at 12:15. There was a gunshot before this happened, like at least 15 minutes before, right? So that is strange. Very strange. Anything else? Empty lake. Overhead map. 3 times. 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight. I wonder if we've got to present this again, you know. I think maybe we have, because if she heard 2 gunshots just after midnight, he's saying there's a gunshot before midnight, so I'm going to present this. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honour, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and... Come on, almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realise what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But that contradicts the 2 testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honour. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. I reckon Von Karma's told them to say that, and it's not true. In other words, when I heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honour. Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? Larry's wrong and Larry's right. I mean, we've got to say Larry's right, surely. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honour. He heard that gunshot before midnight. ... Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Okay, so this is going to be tricky. I'm going to have to really find something good here. Automatically not going to be that. I mean, that could contradict, but there's no evidence there, right? So it says that it could be on the 24th, which we're saying it maybe was, but we can't prove that. That does not back us up at all. Empty Lake at 11:50 doesn't help. Exhibit A, Gordy, overhead map. The weapon says it was fired 3 times, which I've noted a few times through this case now, and I'm wondering if that's the thing. Maybe there were 2 shots after midnight, 1 before. Lots of things not going to help out. Parrot. I think we're going to present the gun, you know, because there were 3 shots. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honour. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realised the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order! Order! I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimonies. Bah! You waste our time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do we indeed? I don't know, we'll have to try and figure that out in the next one because we're out of time. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons, Arcades Games, Wayne Nate, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadim, Paulio, Flossie the Sheep, JohnCom555, Chrissy, Paul James and Zolties. And I'll see you next time where we're going to try and shove Von Karma's face in it.